Buddha had given many sets of teachings, and they compose of Sutra and they compose of Tantra. And the reason that Buddha gave the different types of teachings of Sutra and Tantra is to suit the different types of mental, karmic, environmental, and time disposition. So environmental, meaning place. Time, meaning how far away it is from the Buddha first turned the wheel of Dharma to the end of the Dharma, which is 5,000 years. And also individual, meaning the aptitude of the person. And karmic disposition means their previous life connection and their ability and their need to practice. So therefore, Buddha gave two sets of teachings according to these four types of principles. Hence, within this, the sutra path is much longer. The sutra path is longer not because the sutra is slow. The sutra path is longer is because the sutric method is less challenging, less pushy, and less demanding. Hence, the person finds it much easier. But the long-term disbenefit is that it will take you much longer to become an enlightened being. Whereas in Tantra, it's much more challenging, it's more difficult, and it's much more, it pushes you more and it challenges you more. But the benefit is that you are able to become enlightened faster. Hence, within the Tantric system, you have four sets of Tantras: Charya, Yoga, Kriya, and Mahanuttara Tantra. Within the four, the highest is the Mahanuttara Tantra. Within the Mahanuttara Tantra, you have two divisions again, Majuta Paju. Maju is Mother Tantra, Paju is Father Tantra. So, Mother Tantra and Father Tantra both can bring you to enlightenment, but they focus on different types of afflictions to be converted. So, within the Mother Tantra, you focus on clear light. Within the Father Tantra, you focus on illusory body. So, for example, the higher Mother Tantras are like Kala Chakra, Hiruka. The higher Father Tantras are, for example, like Guya Samaja. They're all very qualified paths. It's just depending on the method. So hence, within the Father and the Mother, you have these divisions. But what is most superior and what is most powerful and what is most extremely beneficial is a combination of Mother and Father Tantra. So the only higher tantric system that focuses on both Mother and Father combined simultaneously is the Yamantaka set of Tantras. So the Yamantaka set of Tantras are very, very powerful because they focus on both clear light and illusory body simultaneously. Then within that, Yamantaka Tantra was not very popular, although existent prior to the King of Dharma, the second Buddha, Gyawaniba Chenbu Tsongkapa. So the second Buddha is we call Gyawaniba. Second Buddha means the one that's equal to Shakyamuni after Shakyamuni. All right. It was existed but not popular till Lama Tsongkhapa himself found various types of Yamantaka Tantras, example from the Kagyu and the Sakya. He practiced it and he achieved visions and he achieved results. So therefore, out of the various sets of Yamantaka Tantras, he took out two sets of Yamantaka Tantras. One is Pohchikpa, is solitary hero, solitary Vajra Terrifier. And then the other one is Joksum, or 13 deity Yamantaka. Either one is very good. Now, within the Yamantaka Tantras, it is Lama Tsongkhapa kept that as his personal yidam, along with other higher yidams, and he practiced it and he gained results. He himself wrote commentaries. His students also wrote commentaries on the practice of Yamantaka, and hence today the Yamantaka practice is very prevalent, very powerful, and extremely widespread because of these great writings and Lama Tsongkhapa's own personal practice. So Lama Tsongkhapa himself practiced and gained results, and hence he recommended his students to do it. So I hear that you have Yamataka's teachings. I'm very, very happy and I'm very pleased to hear that. Yamataka's Tantra Kechel Dun Tomomayepa Yobaches means it has 7 special attributes. 7 special attributes. I will name a few for you now. One of the attributes of Yamataka is no matter how much negative karma we have collected, no matter how much negative deeds we have done, no matter how much suffering we have created for others, if we sincerely regret and we do Yamataka's Tantra, within one single short lifetime, we can purify that negative karma. So no other tantra, no other tantric system, no other sutra system can promise us to purify. Example, even if we have created the most heinous crimes, heinous, such as killing one's father and mother, drawing blood from a Buddha, or creating schism in a Sangha, those are heinous crimes where when you die, there is no bardo. You immediately die, you close your eyes, when you open it, you are born in hell. So even the most heinous crimes, if we do Yamataka Tantra very well, we can purify it in one life. That is symbolized by Yamataka's set of hands. On the left side set of hands, you'll see one row. One row, one hand is holding one man impaled on a stick. That man impaled on a stick represents the result of negative karma and the incredible sufferings that we have to endure. So that type of suffering that we have to endure, by Yamataka holding that man on a stick represents that even some karma, that means you have to really go to the three lower realms, to hell to suffer. You can purify through Yamataka's Tantra. So he is that powerful. So therefore, if we have created something very negative, very powerfully negative, imagine what Yamataka can help us in. So if we didn't do that, imagine how powerful Yamataka is even still. Secondly, Yamataka is the most ferocious out of all the deities existent within the Tibetan pantheon of Buddhists. The most ferocious, the most wrathful is Yamataka. No other deity is more wrathful than Yamataka. The benefit of that is that if we do Yamataka's practice, we can overcome our inner, real, self-grasping anger. Anger that arises from self-grasping can be reduced and can be destroyed, can be purified. So hence, that's very, very important. And also, no other deities, spirits, gods of the sky, male, female, earth, whatever, or even other protectors can overcome a practitioner of Yamataka or one who has achieved Yamataka. One who has achieved Yamataka, they simply say, I am Yamataka. Interferences that are supernatural in nature, magic, ghosts, spirits, cannot disturb that person, that he has blessed or she has blessed. So Yamataka's practice is very powerful for protecting oneself against negative, destructive energy. Then number 3, the binding factor that keeps us in samsara is ignorance. That ignorance is manifested as grasping of the self that does not exist. So for us to realize that, for us to understand that intellectually, it's easy. But if things change because we understand, then things would have changed because many people understand that point once they have studied Buddhism. But just understanding it doesn't make you change. But realizing it and it becomes second nature will provoke change. So hence, many things we do come from second nature that are embedded within our mind stream for many lifetimes. Hence, that's called habituation. So Yamataka's practice is very, very powerful, extremely, extremely powerful for removing the self-grasping I that doesn't exist. So to achieve emptiness, Yamataka is the most profound and the most quickest. By virtue, he is purely 100% Manjushri and no other. So hence, you have those kind of benefits. Another benefit is within Yamataka's Tantra, if you practice, it is said that you do not need to practice any other tantras whatsoever. No other tantras is necessary to become enlightened. With Yamataka Tantra alone, one can become fully enlightened. Along with practicing Yamataka Tantra, one can perfect memory, clairvoyance, penetrative insight. One can have great debate. One can have great speech. One could have perfect understanding of the Dharma. And one collects great amount of merit while one is propitiating Yamataka. One collects a great amount of merit. So hence, while we're practicing Yamataka, we are also not practicing only Tantra. We're practicing Sutra because Yamataka's path combines both Sutra and Tantra. Hence, if you do Yamantaka practice and you combine it with the 4 preliminary practices such as offerings, mandala, prostrations, Vajra, etc., everything is 100% complete. So like that, there are many, 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 many benefits to doing Yamataka Tantra. There are many, many powers to doing Yamataka Tantra. If one has time, one should do the long Yamataka Tantra. One should do the long Yamataka sadhana every single day that one can. If one doesn't have time, one should do the short Yamataka sadhana, which is about 7 or 8 small pages, written by the great Khyalche Pabonga Deching Ningpo Rinpoche. So this one, you can do either the short one, you can do the long one, it's up to you. And every single day, one should make biscuits and cookies. Offer 1 main biscuit, 1 main cookie to Yamataka, and 2 smaller ones, 1 to the entourage and 1 to the directional protectors at the end of the sadhana. So one can do a Yamataka torma, entourage of Yamataka torma, and a 10 wrathful deity, which you will see in a sadhana torma. And along with that, it'd be very, very good for us to also have an inner offering. Meaning, for Yamataka's practice, it's very important to have an inner offering. You can either use a small bit of alcohol or black tea, either way, with a qualified ribu. Ribu means qualified inner nectar pill put inside. Then one should use a inner offering every single day as part of the practice and make torma offerings. Also 2 sets of sensory offerings. And the set of sensory offerings is very important. It's Yamantaka Agom Pating Gande Pube Dube Aloke Nuvende Shapta Patita Hong Soha. Whereas in other tantras it's whatever deity Agom Pating Pube Dube Aloke Gande Nuvende Patita and so on. You should offer 2 sets of the offering every single day and recite the Yamataka mantra, the first one, the second one, 21 times or more, but you should focus on the third mantra. The root mantra, the third one, you should do as much as possible. Even while you're watching TV and you're free, you can do that mantra. Then the last mantra, you can do 21 times again. So every single day, the bare minimum for the first, second, and fourth mantra is 21 times. The third mantra is 21, but if you can do more, it's much, 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 much better. Then do a very powerful dedication to Yamataka at the end, and that will be very good. I encourage you to have good devotion. Please read, and it's in Chinese also. If you need, we have it here, The Wheel of Sharp Weapons. It's very, very important to read that and contemplate. It's very important to read the Lamrim, The Wheel of Sharp Weapons, and also to focus on Guru devotion. Having powerful Guru devotion is very important, and focusing on your Yidam Yamataka. So have a good image of Yamataka. Can be a picture, can be a tanka, be a good statue, and a picture or image of your root lama who you received the Yamataka initiation from. Very fortunate, and you should do that. And one should also learn the Lama Chepa Tok. One should learn the Lama Chepa Tok to be done to Yamataka every 2 weeks. If you find Tok difficult, never mind. Cynthia here can give you the Tok date, which is twice a month for the next year and the year after that, if he has. And on Tok day, you do Yamantaka's mantra 3 times more than your normal. So that means the third mantra, if you do 21 times a day, you would do that 3 times extra on a Tok day to cover your Tok commitment for now. Okay? On top of that, please read Tuntuk. Tuntuk is the 6th session Guru Yoga, which should be recited 6 times a day, written by Khyalche Pabonga Dorje Chang. They have the short version. All right, you should read the 6th session Guru Yoga every day. 3 in the morning, 3 at night, or you can do it 6 times and 1 shot. It doesn't take very long. These are part of the commitment. Last but not least, read up on your Bodhisattva vows. Read up on your Tantric vows. Memorize your Bodhisattva and Tantric vows and practice your Bodhisattva and Tantric vows, because holding the vows will be a very important point for you to achieve Yamataka's attainments. So, do the sadhana, torma, sensory offerings. Then, every 2 weeks, do Tok or extra 3 times mantra. And read up on your Bodhisattva vows and your Tantric vows. Very important. They should have it in Chinese, I'm sure. Then on top of that, Guru devotion very strongly. And wheeler sharp weapons and lamrim, and take complete refuge in Yamantaka. Once you have that idam, it is the idam of Tsongkhapa. It is the vehicle in which Tsongkhapa became enlightened. So therefore, I rejoice and I'm very happy for you, and I feel very fortunate. And do that initiation well. You don't need to get many other initiations. That will be more than enough for you. I wish you the best. 最近讲我中考吧，最近那么拍完了，根据节目新闻档，最近忙了早晚说，大当健身就是这样，这个周你那天天叫我老张照片，点把108句。